Good morning, everyone. Are we awake yet? I'm trying to be awake, actually. It's been a long week for me and for a lot of the TiE folks here. So, therefore, when Preeti asked us to help with this event of hers, and I think organized by Two Corners and the crowdfunding center, which is part of the Social Foundation UK, Abhishek and rest of her colleagues. We were very happy to do this, but I told her, hey, this is really really bad time for us. But we're still very, very happy to help facilitate, this type of event that is in the Preeti and Abhishek are organizing. And the reason we're very excited is because it's the first time that, event of this type on this topic is actually taking place in India. So congratulations, Hyderabad. So we are able to host the first national event on this topic. So. And having said that, I would again like to reiterate that we are just partnering with Two Corners and Social Foundation, and there's a lot of other partners, and thanks to all of them who were able to help Preeti and team make it successful. I think Preeti wanted me to share a little bit about the Indian startup landscape. I was thinking I was originally wanted to have a nice presentation, but with a lot of data and facts, but now thanks to Google, you'll all check on it faster and more current information than what I can collect and put it up on the screen, right? So I decided, probably let me pass on that. However, I can definitely say, and I'm sure you all know by now that the startup ecosystem as such overall in India is evolving. In the last few years, it's been slow initially in terms of evolving, but in the last few years, it's definitely booming, if not exploding. And it is, if you all were not aware, India is the third largest startup ecosystem globally. And that's a big deal, in the world. The thing that really makes it a lot more exciting is really the, not just that the more number of startups are mushrooming, but the startups that are actually getting fairly significant valuations, to the tune of $1 billion, several of them in hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And almost every day, you will see at least 2 startups getting funded. I mean, there used to be a time just only 2 years ago where even in one whole week, I would struggle to find at least some news about a startup in Economic Times, for example. Today, in fact, today's paper, there are 3 actually, and almost every day there's at least 1 or 2. So that actually, speaks volumes. Also, success breeds success, right? It gets it all exciting. And whenever, so some people may say that, the billion or $10 billion valuations of Flipkart and Snapdeal and these guys may be outlandish, but we're not here to argue that. But we're also going to, ride in the glory, if we can, as being also part of the startup family. The important thing is that really gets the excitement going. It really makes all of us, feel very excited and happy about what kind of possible, goal or destination that we all can have. So I think that's really a good thing. Obviously, you all familiar with Flipkarts and Snapdeals and Miantras, but there's also small companies like the Little Eye Labs that got acquired. Those are also maybe come from a different space, but definitely equally successful. Several of us play in that, and all I want to say is we sometimes tend to get totally enamored by the really big ones, but we should not lose focus on the smaller opportunities. There's a lot of low-hanging fruit in India, especially if you want to tap into the potential of India itself. There are thousands of opportunities where startups can crop up and do wonders in terms of solving certain problems. And once you're able to solve a problem in India, guess what? The whole world is out there available, right? So that's what I would definitely recommend. I think, I don't know, Ramesh, you may want to correct me, but I think there's at least 3,000 to 4,000 startups is what I'm told that are currently in startup phase in India, right? And Hyderabad is probably 4th on the list within India. But I'm confident with people like you who are here to, spend time on topics like, entrepreneurship, crowdfunding, etc. on a holiday like Ugadi. I'm actually very optimistic that with a lot of the work that, a lot of grassroots organizations within India, within Hyderabad especially, not just TiE, but there's so many of them here. I think there's a big, list out there. There's a lot of activity happening at the grassroots level. All of that is going to definitely take Hyderabad, continue to grow up on the, on the list. And my hope is that we'll become the number one destination for startups in the country first, right? Also, I believe almost 800 to 1,000 new startups are cropping up annually within India. And that's significant, right? Just a few years ago, there was not that many startups totally in India. And by 2020, the word is that there'll be 12,000 startups employing close to, 300,000 people only in startups, just in less than 5 years. While that is the case, now one of the things that startups need is funding, right? Just one of the things, right? And it's good to note that there's a significant increase in the funding activity and the types of funding activity that is actually taking place in India. Today you'll spend a lot of time on crowdfunding, so I won't go there. But in terms of seed funding, angel funding, early stage, just the sheer number of VCs and PEs, there's over 300 of them now participating in India. I met just in the last 10 days, maybe 6 of them who have just set up only in the last 2 years. So right here. So there's a lot of activity in that. There's a lot of angel investment taking place. Right here in Hyderabad, we have Hyderabad Angels, but we also have Indian Angels. We also have a presence of Mumbai Angels within Hyderabad with offices and participation from here. And there's deals worth billions of dollars that are taking place, investment deals, right? And with regard to, Hyderabad, as I said, we're playing catch up. But I think we have a fantastic ecosystem that is grooming. And I think what I would do is I would like to encourage everyone to take advantage of all types of resources and platforms that are out there. Even a place like, Lamakan. How many of you are familiar with Lamakan? Oh, fantastic. It's more than expected. So I don't have to say about Lamakan. But there's many other such, platforms, resources that are available. TiE itself, has something for everyone in the entrepreneurial ecosystem, right? Right from idea stage to, early stage, seed stage, early stage, growth stage. Early stage, you may be familiar with, TiE Smash Up. Ramesh here is, chairs that for, how many of you are familiar with Smash Up? Lot lesser than Lamakan, So Smash Up is a fantastic event, and Ramesh, pulled a fantastic, thing just about 2 months ago, where about 270 people attended the event. But more importantly, there were about 160 startups that applied for getting instant funding. And finally, we had to, shortlist about 10 of them who actually went up on stage and gave their pitches in front of a dozen different angels and also some early stage, VCs to live on TV, by the way. And they got instant funding. Not all of them. 4 out of 10 of them got instant funding. In fact, I think some of the companies are here. So that type of activity is taking place, right? That's one of the things TiE can do. What we are also do, which may or may not apply to all of you, is we also have something called scale-ups we're starting. One of the first one is going to be part of the TiE ISB Connect taking place next week. It's a Investor Connect is the name of it. It's a platform where we are trying to bring in more growth stage VCs as well as growth stage companies to help enable one-on-one matching, so that they can actually raise 10 crores to 50 crores of funding. Now that's a fairly significant amount. That's like in the $2 to $10 million size for those of you who are not from India. And that is something that we haven't done in a very structured format. So we're hoping to do stuff like that. And we're also planning much later in the year to do something called Expand Ups, where we're going to bring in PEs, debt funding, and M&A type of folks to really have some good structured environment where they can get success. Having said that, a lot of these type of events, one should always leverage them to not only network just for the sake of networking, but more importantly, try to find co-founders. Events like this, any startup event, any startup ecosystem event is the best place to find co-founders. And believe me, if you don't have a co-founder, I think your success rate drops by 90%. Okay, if you are a solo entrepreneur, I encourage every one of you to, seriously think of getting a co-founder, and places like this are good, platforms to find your co-founders. So, as I said again, TiE actually is a very broad platform, has something for your entire entrepreneurial life cycle. Little bit more a plugin for TiE Connect, which is 26th, 27th, and 28th of this month, next week. The theme for this year is I Connect, I Grow, I Sustain. Because I'm sure you all agree that no point in starting something which you can't grow or can't sustain. The success is really in the growth and the sustenance. Startup, I would love to start like so many things every day, but I also like to close down a few of them, because if I can't grow them, it's really not worth putting my time on it. So seriously think about that. One other thing I'd like to touch on, and which hopefully we are able to stick to our true colors on this. TiE, this year we have come up with a theme which is called 7 Eyes. 7 Eyes. The first one is initiative, second is innovation, the third is incubation, fourth is investment, fifth is interest groups, the sixth is introspection, and the last one is inclusivity. I won't trouble you with all of them. I'm sure a lot of them are self-explanatory, but I'll just touch on a little bit about inclusivity. Inclusivity is very, very important. If you are either a startup or any organization that in today's world wants to achieve success, you need to include every stakeholder that is in your ecosystem. And that's how you can get the multiplier effect. So what I would like to do within TiE also is I want to include every type of entrepreneur out there, every stakeholder who has anything to do with an entrepreneurial ecosystem, every other similar platform, we would like to partner with them, include them in what we are doing, hopefully be a small part of what they're doing. And this is one example is what we're doing today. And we do that with several other organizations, and if anybody else is here with any organization, we would definitely love to do the same with you. Because I think together we can do a lot more than we can do alone. And doesn't matter how small you are or doesn't matter how big you are. There's always more you can do together. So that's pretty much what I would like to say on that. One more thing for just last plugin for ISB Connect that we are doing is something maybe very valuable for all of you is if you are not in the growth stage where you can leverage the Investor Connect, and you can definitely leverage the Mentor Shop. Mentor Shop is a full day workshop format event on 26th, where we are going to have seasoned entrepreneurs, experts in startups and entrepreneurship, who are going to conduct workshops on topics which are very important to early stage startups. Followed by, we're going to have one-on-one matching with mentors for each of the participants. In fact, Ramesh is going to be one of the speakers there, one of the workshop speakers, along with several other TiE board members and others. Investors, head of Hyderabad Angels chairman is also going to be speaking there. So I encourage all of you to participate in that and take advantage of that. So lastly, I thought let me end with a quote from Sir Richard Branson, which goes like this: if you want swashbuckling action in your life, become an entrepreneur and give it a go. I thought I'll add my own 2 cents to it. I would say swashbuckling, yes, but buckle up, because it's going to be a roller coaster ride. Cheers. Thank you.